Every child is a miracle. Am I right, parents? We wouldn't trade them for anything in the world, regardless of their quirks. And you'll surely go shower your little rascals with warm hugs and kisses after you get to know these 10 unusual kids born with unbelievable medical conditions. What's up, Fanatics? This is Discovery Amuse serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Keep watching till the end because our #1 kid is a medical mystery of epic proportions. Let's begin. Number 10, Milagros Cerón. This picture isn't an internet hoax. This Peruvian baby was a real-life Little Mermaid. Little Milagros Cerón was born with sirenomelia, or mermaid syndrome, making her legs fused from her thighs to her ankles. The congenital defect affects only 1 in 70,000 babies and would need surgery to correct. All that her family wanted was for Milagros to be able to walk, so they sought help from a team of plastic surgeons, pediatricians, and heart specialists. It took 3 operations to completely turn Milagros' fins into legs. And unlike Ariel, she didn't need to sacrifice her beautiful voice. After the procedure, not only was Milagros able to walk, she also learned to dance ballet. However, this real-life Disney princess didn't necessarily live happily ever after. Apparently, Milagros was born with only 1 kidney, and when she reached 15, she was waitlisted for a kidney transplant. But the miracle kid soon passed away due to brain hemorrhage caused by her kidney failure. Stay tuned because you won't be able to take your eyes off our #1 entry. Number 9. Eli Thompson. If you're feeling insecure about the size of your nose, consider yourself lucky you even have one. In March 2015, baby Eli was born without an external nose and navel cavity. This little angel suffered from congenital arynia, a facial anomaly so rare that only 41 people in the world were ever documented to have it. When he was just 5 days old, Eli had to undergo a tracheotomy to help him breathe. But despite not having a nose, little Eli was still able to get by. He learned baby sign language and was also beginning his speech therapy. His father also describes him as being a very happy kid who gave everybody fist bumps. Doctors were still hopeful to construct a nasal passage and a cosmetic nose for Eli. But sadly, the boy died just a little after he turned 2. Number 8. Paisley Morrison Johnson. Kids usually stick their tongue out to taunt other kids, but trust us, this next baby isn't trying to be annoying. You see, baby Paisley was born with a tongue twice as huge as her tiny mouth. She suffers from Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome, a rare overgrowth condition that affects only 1 of 14,000 newborns. But while you might think her tongue looks funny, it's anything but a laughing matter. Her condition makes it difficult for Paisley to breathe or eat, so she has to be fed through a tube for 6 months. To make matters worse, doctors had to give Paisley tongue reduction surgery twice because her tongue strangely grew back after the first procedure. Fortunately, after the second operation, baby Paisley was able to smile for the first time since she was born. Number 7. Didier Montalvo. What 90s kid didn't love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? As silly as these heroes in a half-shell look, you won't believe an actual turtle boy exists in real life. When Didier Montalvo was 8 years old, he had a mole on his back so big that it resembled a turtle shell. The Colombian kid was diagnosed with congenital melanocytic nevus, or CMN, in 2011. It was a case so severe that it affected more than half of the circumference of his body. For years, Didier's condition proved to be a huge weight on his and his mother's shoulders. Their entire neighborhood shunned them, believing that the huge growth was an evil curse. News about the Turtle Boy spread all the way to the UK, and that prompted plastic surgeon Neil Bulstrode to try to operate on Didier for free. In 2011, the team of doctors successfully removed the mole that weighed almost 20% of the boy's body weight. Now that's definitely a huge load off his back. Number 6. Hui Kang. Mothers are usually overjoyed to see their newborn child for the first time, but for Chinese mom Yi Lianxi, that moment was a mix of horror and confusion. See, in March 2009, her son, Hui Kang, was born with a transverse facial cleft, which made the upper part of his face look like a mask. Coming from a traditional community of farmers, Hui Kang's family was advised by their neighbors to do the unthinkable: throw out the poor kid. Thankfully, the family decided to fight for Hui Kang. When the Mask Boy's story was shared by Chinese media, donations for his surgery poured in. In 2010, Hui Kang was finally treated, and he continues to be under observation to this day. Number 5. Evan Fasciano. When baby Evan was born in 2010, his parents were shocked to see how the infant looked. Evan's fragile little body was covered in tough scales, and he had to stay in the ICU for his first 2 months. Doctors diagnosed Evan with a rare condition called ichthyosis. The affliction makes his skin grow 10 times faster than usual, producing diamond-like crusts that make it difficult for Evan to see or breathe if left unattended. And because his skin dries up very quickly, he is always at risk of dehydration. To help normalize Evan's life, his mother, Dee Dee, bathes him twice a day to remove the scales. She also makes sure that her son consumes enough calories every day because his condition makes him burn calories quickly. Thankfully, kids at his school never made Evan feel any different. Way to go, Evan's schoolmates! Number 4. Deepak Paswan. The four-armed god Vishnu is considered one of the highest deities in Hindu culture. And when Indian boy Deepak Paswan was born in 2003, some worshippers from his hometown of Bihar believed the boy was the reincarnation of the Hindu god. It's because Deepak was born with 2 additional arms and legs attached to his abdomen, which doctors say is his underdeveloped twin. Because of the unwanted attention, Deepak's parents appealed to the public to help support their child's operation. A local hospital in Bangalore heeded the call, and a team of 15 doctors worked on Deepak's case. It took 4 hours of surgery to successfully remove the parasitic twin, which weighed 3 kilos. Thank heavens, Deepak can finally live a normal mortal's life. Number 3. Nasiba Shabuddin. On the other side of the spectrum, there's this Indian girl whose lack of limbs made her neighbors call her Devil Child, but she never let her disability break her spirit. Nasiba was born with phocomelia, a congenital deformity that causes underdeveloped limbs. This left her with only 1 fully formed leg that has a complete set of toes. But the handy, capable kid can do more stuff with her incomplete limbs than most of her normal peers. Not only can she write, type on a computer, and do household chores, she can also paint henna patterns. According to her parents, Nasiba never had any problems with being independent, as she's taken initiative to take care of herself since she was 4. And having undergone vocational training, physiotherapy, and occupational therapy, Nasiba has proven to be a multi-talented student. Her dreams of becoming a teacher someday is definitely well within her reach. Number 2. Jonathan Petra. I couldn't even imagine how hard it was for Jonathan Petra's parents to not be able to hug their own son. See, Jonathan's skin was so delicate that he developed blisters at the slightest touch. He suffered from a rare genetic mutation called recessive dystrophic epidermolysis bullosa, which made his skin as fragile as a butterfly's wings. But Jonathan didn't let his condition keep him from living a full life. He was known for always looking at the bright side of life and refusing to feel sorry for himself. The Butterfly Boy even became an ambassador for Deborah Canada, a charity devoted to epidermolysis bullosa awareness. And as a huge hockey fan, imagine his joy when he became an honorary scout for the Ottawa Senators, his favorite hockey team. In the hopes of turning his condition around, Jonathan received a stem cell transplant in 2016, using cells from his mother, Tina. Unfortunately, the transplant failed, and Jonathan died in April 2018 due to septic shock. We're finally down to our number 1 pick, but before that, make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app's settings. Number 1. The One-Eyed Baby. If you're a fan of Greek mythology, then you're probably familiar with the one-eyed giants called Cyclops. But just when you thought they're only the stuff of legends, here comes a baby from Indonesia who looks straight out of Mount Olympus. In September 2018, Suryanti and her husband Atana Arianto were looking forward to welcoming their 5th child, but the night of their daughter's birth ended in tragedy. As it turned out, their unnamed daughter was born with just one eye in the middle of her forehead. Suryanti and Atana had the shock of their lives when their Cyclops baby was born. Without access to ultrasounds during the pregnancy, the couple never saw it coming. The doctors suspect that her deformity was due to her father's exposure to mercury and the rubella virus, a likely theory since the family worked in the mines for a living. The baby, who also didn't have a nose, was immediately given an oxygen hose through her mouth. Sadly, the ordeal was too much for her fragile body to handle, and the little angel passed away just hours after being born. So, who among these kids absolutely blew your mind? Let us know in the comments section below. Take home our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? And if you're looking for more unusual kids, then check out our list of the 10 kids born with real superpowers. Till then, stay unique, Factanatics, and see you in our next video.